All right, so Eagles get embarrassed on Sunday. We all synced it, unfortunately, about as bad as it gets. A lot of questions now that need to be answered. And for me, they're all relating to the ground. The run game on offense, a joke, and the run defense, an even bigger joke. All right, so let's get into what we've seen and what we haven't seen on the ground on both sides of the ball. And I want to ask this: which is the bigger issue if you had to pick one? The ground attack on offense or the ground attack on defense? We'll get into it in this video, but I want you to comment and drop your answer below. All right, here we go. Look at the running defense here for the Birds. It's just been an absolute joke. You look at Sunday against the Niners, McCaffrey pretty much doing whatever he wants. Yes, he finished with under 100 rushing yards, finished with 90 rushing yards, 93 to be exact. He had another 40 yards in receiving. And the Eagles just struggled on defense, as we all know by now. They couldn't tackle to save their life. And you look at the past games prior to San Francisco, it's been a joke, a dumpster fire, as I like to say. Eagles gave up 168 rushing yards to Kansas City. They're lucky they escaped that game with a win. They gave up 173 rushing yards to the Buffalo Bills. Obviously lucky they escaped that game with a win. So it's just been boiling over. This defense is awful. 6 straight touchdown drives San Francisco had on Sunday. 5 of those 6 were 75 yards or more. As I mentioned, McCaffrey doing what he wanted on the ground. Sean Desai, I like what he's done so far overall this year, but lately this defense just has not been good enough, and that was on full display on Sunday against happened to this rushing attack that we saw, as we see below, against the Vikings. We're like, wow, what a signing by Howie. DeAndre Swift is going to be an absolute stud. And when he's been given the workload, when he's been given the opportunity, Swift has been great. Sunday against San Francisco, Swift gets 6 carries. 6 carries. That was the leading amount of carries out of all running backs. All right, that was it. There was not even an attempt to establish a running game. I was going to say ground attack with Brian Johnson and the offensive game plan. You're not going to win many football games, especially against a really good team and a really well-coached team, if you have no plan. This just sums it up. Swift gets clocked. Oh, my goodness. Laid out. That sums up the Eagles' day on Sunday. And